My name is Richard Wojcik. I'm the quartermaster of the VFW Post 5979, and we've got the Chicagoland Combined Veterans Museum. It's Combined Veterans, meaning we have VFW and American Legion members here. Starting with the museum, we have everything from the Civil War all the way to Operation Enduring Freedom. We have a lot more items, but we have no room. So slowly we try to pack it in here. But we have a battlefield fine musket. We've got that. A lot of these items here are from folks within the community. Some of them are from members, but a lot of it's from folks in the community. Once the people knew that we were putting this together through Facebook, we had a lot of elderly ladies, their husbands passed away, their grandfathers, fathers. They said, I have junk in the basement. Well, we find out it's not junk. Look at the things they brought in. So we have the Civil War. Then we have World War I. This one's actually on loan. This uniform is on loan from someone else who has an American Legion member in Franklin Park. Everything else belongs to us, was donated. So we have a Civil War helmet. These are actual items here. The coffee, that's not ours.
Yeah, that's mine.
That's okay. And then we have the honor wall here. So with an application, we'll get your name on a wall, your branch of service, the years you served, or you can put the war you served in. Then we have our donors, 8x10 photographs for local folks that were killed in the war they're in. This lady here, National Guard, was killed in Iraq. And then we have a lot of Vietnam and War II veterans up here. 5x7 are just our folks that are veterans. Some of them are on the wall, some of them are not. These are new items that we received. We haven't put them up yet. This is actually an MG34. It's a German machine gun. And this is a artillery spotting scope. These are still items we need to put up. Here we have a 1950s practice bomb. So we have this here hanging, practice bomb. Then we go from World War I, we go to World War II. So we have a World War II radio, Marine uniform. They don't actually have this style anymore. This is what they still have to this day here, but this is gone. This is strictly from World War II. We have some maps and things in the back. Now we come over here. This is an interesting collection here. This member right here, he passed away. He was a VFW member from the post. These are all his war souvenirs. You can see it's mostly, all of it's World War II, except for one item is a World War I helmet. So we asked him years ago, how did you get that, John? How did you get this World War I helmet? Well, he was a tanker. When they got to Berlin, they would just go through folks' house and they'd say, hey, what's this, what's that? I like it, I'm taking it, I put it in a bag. So that's how we got it on someone's house. They said it was their grandfather's. So then we have bayonets and things in here. Then on this side, we have also World War II collectibles. As far as Discharge, look at the Discharge paper they used to give away with a little packet. They don't give that anymore. They give you a sheet of paper, you go home. Razor blades, that's what they used to be issued back in the day. This is a tanker's helmet from World War II. And many other items. Now we're going into Korean War. Korean flak jacket. And if you ever want to take it off, see how heavy that is. That's back then before Calvar. This is metal plates. These are metal plates in here. Again, Korean War. This is the Marine uniform. So they went from that to this here during the Korean War. They got rid of that and they went to this here. This is Korean War here. And again, we have a little bit of Korean War stuff here. Of course, Marshall Manual from 1951 during the Korean War. Someone donated a Purple Heart. Many other items here. Now, this is Vietnam also. We've got a TV in here. This TV is actually from the late 50s. So we put that in here purposely going from Korean War to Vietnam War. This belongs to one of our members, Barney Duffner. That's a Vietcong captured flag with an AK-47 bayonet that was attached to the front of it. These are Marines of his that were killed in the war. These are off the wall. Again, this is Vietnam stuff going here. These are all dummies. You can see that it used to be color blue. We painted it to make it look more authentic, but these are practice things. This is actually original radio. Again, we have actually some space items here, some space rocks, because we do now have a Space Force, so that's why we've added this. This is from John Glenn, actual signature to Lorenzo. This is James Lovell. That's also originally signed from him. This is one of the members who was on embassy duty. So that's some of the stuff he collected there. Again, we have a Vietnam uniform here. But if you notice up here, this patch is from World War II. This gentleman here retired during the Vietnam War. That patch, he was in the Navy first, but he was authorized to wear that. He was made a D-Day landing. There's a whole story to this. This lady gave us her husband's or grandfather's uniform. It's an incredible story to hear that he was in a D-Day landing as a sailor, got out, joined the Army, and spent his time in the Army. Now, this is actually my brother's flight suit. This is a Gsuit. He was a pilot in the Marine Corps. This is his Desert Storm suit with his Gsuit. Gsuit, what happens with that does is when you're flying and making these strong turns, the Gsuit, which is connected into the plane with this piece here, it fills it up so the blood doesn't rush out of your head and keeps you awake while you're making those turns. Now we have here Desert Storm, Cold War Desert Storm items. So we have a mixture here. We have Iraqi berets, British berets, and then these are actually from Operation Iraqi Freedom. If you remember these wanted playing cards, we've got these down here. Then we're coming over here. And these are Liberty items, what we call Liberty items, guys who made visits to the Philippines and things. Again, Desert Storm. We have a Soviet chest harness with magazines loaded inside. We have an Iraqi first aid kit. Again, this is Desert Storm. This is not when the Iraqis became allies of ours. So this is when we went to war with them. These are the items they had. Now, this is actually my uniform here from when I was in. Now, very interesting story here. This is Lorenzo. So Lorenzo was a commander of a base while he was in Afghanistan. He was the provost marshal. So he got to know a lot of the folks outside the base, the women, and he helped them start a business. They were making dolls. Of course, they weren't going anywhere with these dolls. So he had them start a business, or helped them start a business, to where they were actually able to sell this around the world. And that's what Lorenzo is very well known for, is that. So then we have an Air Force uniform. Again, this is Cold War. This is Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom. Billy Castellano, he was in the Air Force in the 90s. He got out, and then he went into law enforcement. He started working for the State Department, and he went back to train Afghanistan police officers. And that's his gear. If you ever a chance, try to pick that up. Billy's not a large man. He's only like 5'6", and you see how heavy that is. This is why you've got to be kind of in shape to do some things, because you're carrying a lot of gear around. You know. So again, now we have Saul. One of our members was a driver. He was in Iraq and Afghanistan. This is actually Lorenzo, who was our commander of American Legion. This is his ID and his Afghanistan rank, and their symbols or their style. Then we have again Sal's drivers. He's a driver. That's his flak jacket. This is something new we acquired. Somebody made this. We're going to hang that up by the Vietnam section there, Vietnam veteran. But somebody put that together for us. Nice. Look how nice that is. Then we have extra uniforms. We have a Yugoslav flag that someone took this out of Belgrade when they worked at the embassy. We have a Marine Corps flag off a ship. And we have a large collection of books. As you see, they're all throughout the museum here, but for their time period. These have all been donated. A lot of these albums you see here with these labels on them, these belong, there's pictures and documents from folks within the community who had something on their father or grandfather, and they were loose, so we took them and we put them inside of here. And if you ever have a chance to take a time, you can come through there and see this, what it looked like, what the difference the military was back in the day. So a lot of this stuff is World War II, Korea, some Vietnam, but you get to take a look at this. It's very interesting. I like that. Yeah, so that's all in here. So we've been very thankful. A lot of people in the community came out and helped us.
This is really something to see. Anybody who would be interested in to see this, they need to really come out here, because this is really...
What are the hours you guys are open?
There's no hours on the card. We have mine and Lorenzo's phone number. You can text us or call us, and we'll come out here.
Why don't you tell us where we're at?
We're at 8664 West Grand Avenue in River Grove, beautiful River Grove. But if you want to come out here, you call us or text us, and you can actually take a picture of that or film that card. Okay. And then you'll call or text us. I'm retired, so pretty much kind of all the time you can get a hold of me, and I'll come out here. Usually in the evening, Lorenzo's here almost every day.
This is really amazing. It really is. Talk about a little history.
Just a little.
I want to thank you for the tour. It's really something to see. So anybody that would like to come out, and this is the card that you would call.
Yes, and on the back is the, thank you, Kathy. This is Karen. That's the numbers on the bottom. Cool. Mine are Lorenzo's. And also we have the QR code. You scan that, of course, with your phone, and it'll take you right to our YouTube channel.
Thank you so much
for the tour.
It's really something to see. Thank you.
You're welcome, Mike. Thank you.